I can't believe we just missed all of that technical setup content, and that would have been good stuff, you know.
Well, is there a way to turn Johnny up a little bit?
Yeah, I could just turn my.
Can you turn up a smidge?
My gain up.
Let's get Johnny up in the cans.
Yeah.
Okay. How's that?
That's good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's good.
Now I'm going to turn the overall mix down a little bit, but that's just me. That's my own personal preference, you know.
Yes, sounds good.
Okay, well, we have officially begun technically here. Technically being the key word. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. I'm recording everywhere. Okay. See, James, normally he hosts the meetings. You see, not in terms of content and guests and all that kind of stuff, but he does the literal Zoom hosting.
Oh, I see.
So this is...
I thought you were saying like if it were like a sports analogy, like he's the play-by-play and you're the color guy. Do you find
that's
that
what
to
I've
be
always
true?
That's what I've always said, but I don't think he likes that.
But he's not here. You know,
I know.
So.
I think he likes to think that he's also color commentary, which he is, but it actually is a compliment to him because he's more capable than me of running the thing and injecting with funny jokes, and I'm kind of only good at just saying dumb things in reaction to people.
So we're kind of without a net here, if you will.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this as you're my co-host today, Bleeker, because you're a guest host because you're a veteran, veteran.
So do you want me to be like play-by-play? Do you want me to play the James role? Whoa, look, I'm just noticing that I'm distracted. Now that I know you have a video content to the podcast, I'm going to talk about visual stuff. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. No, and to answer your question, I want you to have a good time and have fun. I have to assume the play-by-play role today.
Yeah.
And you're just allowed to be, and our esteemed guest, actual guest, is Dan Horne. So
yeah,
you're just, everybody knows you, Bleeker, so, you know.
It's the seniority thing.
It is a seniority thing. It's also this way, Alex, you get to ask the hard-hitting questions.
Has Dan never been on the pod before?
He's been on one time.
Yeah.
One time.
He's a vet of sorts. He's not in the five-timers club.
Is that a better background?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I mean, people pay big money for virtual backgrounds that look like that, and that's actually
they look worse than that.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, there we go now.
Sunny day out in Glendale, Dan?
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Real nice.
Well, welcome to the show. It's called Impossible Way of Life, the show. It's your bi-weekly rock and roll, often Beatles related, but more often when Bleeker's on, jam band related podcast.
Official jam correspondent.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
But I was kind of born into this as the official Pitchfork correspondent, but I've made a personal transition of sorts, I guess, you know.
Well, you began your career in a very different place than where it's at right now. You know what I mean? You guys were
in a kind of an indie rock and obsolete vernacular as far as I'm concerned.
Indie rock, kind of college rock darlings. It was very intentionally trying to be cool. Television, the Feelies, like all these cool bands that let's get real, nobody likes. You know what I mean?
Well, they're not gonna fill the sphere.
Yeah, exactly. But if we're talking, and then sort of something I'm thinking in sort of a business way in your mind, assumably when you hit your late 30s, kind of clicked that you were like, the real money is playing like Red Rocks, the Sphere, and who's playing there? Circles Around the Sun, Grateful Shred, Dead.
Those
and
guys
Co.
are, top dogs. I mean, it's jam is, and I say this with no lack of artistry and love because I'm a longtime jammer, but it is my retirement plan. Absolutely. Yeah. There's no retirement. There's no retiring in indie rock. There's no 401k.
I don't think it's that. I think it's a lot simpler than all of this because I was at a venue recently and we were on tour and I guess the show was over at night, late night, and we had our bus back there parked in the parking lot.
See, Exhibit A. Never been on a bus, man.
And so there was this other venue, like there was the two venues related, they were next to each other, and we were actually playing in the smaller venue. The big venue was this other was like, they sold way more tickets, but all these guys were out back hanging, and we were all hanging and talking. And they're like, "How do you guys have a bus?" And then I'm like, "Well, look at you got 6 bands on your bill, and everybody only plays for like 20 minutes. All you got to do is play longer. It's that
2
simple.
sets, no
2
openers.
Sets. Open for yourself.
Right,
That's how you do it.
right. Don't share any of the wealth. That's really, I'd never even considered that. That's genius.
Yeah, that's hard.
Where it's
Just
at.
Write a few more songs and
that's probably them. That sounds kind of like most things in the jam universe. Like it probably did originate with the Grateful Dead. Like they were probably sitting around one day being like, why are we having these openers?
Yeah.
Like we'll just play more.
Look at those early like Fillmore bills with like
90 bands,
and they're like 4 bands that are like legends now. You know, it's like Quicksilver, Santana,
Big Brother.
Then you got Van Morrison and the Grateful Dead all on one bill.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not sure I understand. So why is the secret to not have openers and to play longer sets?
Because you don't need to share any of the ticket income. You know what I mean? It's like one ticket, all the revenue is staying under one roof.
I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, you also need to be able to pack the place out yourself, right?
I mean, real estate is paying upwards of $500 a night to support, and what Dan's saying is, keep that $500 in house, change your life. You know?
Yep.
Right.
Twice as much merch.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody compete at the merch table. You know.
Yep.
But if you hadn't have paid an opener $500 a night, we'd have never met, Bleeker.
Well, now you're bringing in sentimentality, which is the first rule of business acumen. You got to throw that out the window.
That's
true.
What I
mean? Yeah.
Do you guys have a policy where the merch, the opening band's merch, has to be can't be cheaper than yours?
We actually don't, but that's like some kind of most favored nation policy. I've seen that. Yeah. I've been subject to that at festivals. That's some real brutal
It can't
shit.
be cheaper than the headliners. Also, what about a DB? You got to give your opener a DB limit. You don't.
I've heard about this DB limits. I'm just going to tell you, I've heard some horror stories about this. Bands implementing it. I've heard about bands implementing it with physical gear. Like limiters.
Like putting a limiter on the desk.
On the desk. I've heard about this.
It's because they're trying to save.
If you're better band than that was the original way to kind of come up in indie rock, you know?
Yeah.
You were thinking it with the Shiloh's real estate tour, Johnny. Don't deny it. You get on tour with some band that maybe has a little bit more, you know, je ne sais quoi, a little better known than you.
Yeah.
You know? And
we had to crank it up.
And then you outperform them. You just better, and that's how you get signed, baby.
If you'd put the limiter on us, it would have really hindered our ability to hold that crowd early on, I think.
Yeah, even if you're better than the band, you're not going to outshine them with that limiter.
What were you going to say there, Dan?
I was going to say it's for the audience's safety.
Right.
You don't want to blow their ears out.
That's the party line.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're just trying to be safe here, and we can't trust your engineer to keep things at a suitable level.
Yeah. It's health and safety reasons.
I guess nowadays that more and more people are concerned about that, particularly, let's face it, you know, with the age, the demographic at our presumably any shows of the bands that play. I don't know, Shred maybe, Dan, you still get a lot of young people coming out?
It's pretty good mix, yeah.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I saw footage of that Bob Weir tribute show over at the lodge the lodge room that you did recently. It seemed like there were quite a few young people there.
Yeah,
perhaps that had to do with the personnel on stage. I'm not sure.
I mean, it was a cool gathering of the Los Angeles, you know, like dead scene. We got a pretty good, cool young. It's not just young; it's everyone out. You know, but it's like a big LA dead scene. Is pretty cool, and it was. So yeah, everyone kind of came out.
See, this is what I've been trying to tell you, Johnny. The LA dead scene does not need to include original members of the Grateful Dead. at all. You know, I mean, it's like the ultimate business acumen of the Dead themselves to split apart, fractalize, kind of like Santa Claus at Christmas time. You know, there's like, you got Jerry up top in the North Pole,
right,
doing kind of the spiritual work, but then all of his helpers are sort of, it's limitless. You know, he's got limitless helpers. Anyone can tap in. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Now that Bob is gone, which is, I think, kind of why you called this.
That's why we're here.
Sort of emergency summit.
Yeah. That's why we're here. Well, yeah. Let me just introduce that before you say that. I'll just say that James was a little busy this week, so I said, you know, I don't particularly like doing the shows without him, but I said I'm going to have to call in a couple of heavy hitters here. And I know it's sad he's not here because this is something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, to have Alex Bleeker and Dan Horne, who are sort of like two, to use a word you like, Bleeker, two totemic figures in the jam band bass guitar world. I mean,
pillars of the community.
Exactly. Some say there's a rivalry, but we're here to just prove that this is all love. It's all about music. It's all about having a good time.
I stoked. I'll go on record here. I stoked a bit of a faux rivalry, surely for marketing purposes.
Yeah.
Through this podcast about 2 years ago, but it was all in good fun, you know.
Yeah. How did that work out? Did your band kind of get any bigger as a result of being like?
I'd say definitely. We appreciate Grateful Shred for giving us that opportunity. You know? We opened for him. We did the thing. We opened for him in Highland Park. At the lodge room that you just mentioned.
Nice.
That was a fun one.
I was at the show, wasn't I?
You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
No fights broke out backstage. I was surprised.
No, it was very cordial. It was very cool, man. Everybody was chill.
You guys are playing there again soon, right?
We are playing there again soon.
I saw that.
It won't be announced till tomorrow, maybe?
Oops. How did I know?
Great. No, this is
now till Wednesday, so.
You heard it here first.
We're good.
Oh. I don't know how I knew that, but I knew that. And
that's because you're a totemic pillar of the Los Angeles jam scene, man.
Yeah.
So we're here. It seemed like the perfect time because we lost the great Bob Weir. Someone I know referred to him as the last of the Mohicans. You know, take that.
It's perfectly appropriative in true Bob Weir spirit.
Someone that we all know, actually. Yeah, how did the news reach you, and what was your reaction, Dan?
I mean, I was pretty shocked. You know, it came just through. I think actually Austin texted me, and I was driving with my kids in my truck, and I was like, what did I just see on my phone? Like, you know, and it was shocking because I hadn't really heard any sort of. Like that he was in that bad of health. I don't think a lot of us knew about that. They kept it under wraps, and so I was pretty shocked. And mostly the thing I was shocked about, and I think a lot of us are the same, is that I thought I was going to get to see him again. You know, I thought I was ready to go see him again. I was ready to, hopefully get to meet him again and all this stuff. So,
how many times did you meet him?
I met him a bunch of times back when I was playing with Jonathan Wilson.
Right. He seemed his Instagram was quite, he seemed pretty shaken up by it, and he posted a lot of cool stuff of you guys jamming with him. And
we were doing, a couple times he invited us down to that TRI studio in San Rafael, I think. And, we played there a little bit, and we played together at Sweetwater and what's the festival called at the winery?
Gunblock Bunshoe?
Chica? Yeah, with Chica.
Yeah.
We jammed at the Gun Bun. That was fun.
Oh, that's cool.
And what memories do you have of playing with him? Did anything stand out about the feeling on stage? Did he, does he bring a special presence?
Yeah. I mean, he's really not a big, ego superstar guy. I think that we all kind of have heard that he's a chill dude, and he makes you feel, like you're one of him and he's one of you. You're all kind of on the same level. yeah, he's very has that respect, of fellow musicians.
Jonathan Wilson said he had great timing, and that he once told him, Bob told Jonathan that he thought he had perfect rhythm.
Oh,
high praise.
I like that.
Yeah,
the king of rhythm guitar. The only
no. That he was talking about himself.
So Bob acknowledged that he had perfect rhythm.
He said some people have perfect pitch, but I think I have perfect rhythm.
I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little bit of the Tomcat, swagger coupled with his kind of lack of ego. I think that's a good combination to have there.
Yeah.
I never got to play with Bob Weir. I want to let your listening audience know that I'm wearing a Mickey Hart t-shirt.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah.
Mickey's still with us, of course.
Yeah.
Just the Rhythm Devils left.
Mm-hmm.
But go figure. But I live, in West Marin County, spiritual home of the Grateful Dead in a lot of ways, at least one of them, and I've encountered Bob really twice interpersonally. The first time, I live in a small town and there's a free box, it's a little hippie town, there's a free box in town. Maybe we've talked about it. And it was like, I moved here 10 years ago and I was sitting in front of the health food store eating a sandwich near the free box, and I can't believe my eyes, but Bob Weir just kind of strides in front of me, goes into the free box, and then he's kind of leaving. He's walking back to his car, and there, I'm just such a big fan. There are a few people in the world that I would do this to, but I was like, he's in my town, I just kind of flagged him down, and I just said, hey Bob, I'm just, thanks for the music. I just want to say thanks for the music. I'm a big fan. And he kind of looked me square in the eyes and he said, yeah, I put 3 drones in the free box just now, and I think if you got all 3 of them, then you might be able to assemble a working drone.
Wow.
And I said, okay. and he walked off, and that was the first time I met him. My first. It was a remarkable
lot
interaction.
To take in from that. Yeah. Why did he have 3 drones?
And none of them were working properly.
And just decided to throw them in the free box. Yeah. That's interesting.
No idea. And the second time I wound up, it was more of a backstage kind of a scene. We were at Sweetwater, his club, and some mutual friends of all of ours, probably at this point, if we'd named all of them, were doing a gig, and Bobby came out to sit in, and they brought me backstage because they knew I was gonna whatever, just be psyched to be back there as a fan, and they all went on for the second set. Bob was going home shortly, so he just stayed back there, and it was me and my friend Nick, who is also a big fan. Whatever, Dan, you know him, and I had a pretty large beard back then. Nick had really long hair. We're just chatting with Bob, shooting the breeze, talking about music, and then somebody on his management team kind of peeks in and is like, "Hey Bob, should I show those guys back here now?" And Bob was like, "Yeah, send them in." And it was this group of investors that they had traveled for this meeting with Bob from Colorado, and I think they were trying to get him to do kind of like a Willie Nelson's pre-rolls kind of branding thing.
And this was
this was their
company?
one shot, and he happened to be there, and he was like, "Yeah, send those guys back." And then we're just privy to this meeting. Me and my friend Nick, Bob has no idea who we are. These guys come in, they just see a couple of hippies with a big beard and long hair and stuff, and they're like, okay, this must be
his entourage.
Group. Yeah. And they're shaking our hands like, "Hey, nice to meet you." Hey, and we're like, yeah. And then we just kind of engage in this, business opportunity discussion.
Bob's blunts.
Yeah, something like that.
Was he receptive to the deal, or?
It became I don't think it went through, but it became this kind of abstract, because this was 2016, 2017, first round of Trump. I don't know if you remember how plugged in you were then to the American political system, Johnny. But
kind of hard to avoid around
Attorney General named Jeff Sessions, who was a big Bible thumper guy, and they were like, "Well, I think this Sessions guy is just going to be a paper tiger. We're not going to have to worry about him." That's kind of where that's where things went.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I never got a chance to meet him, and he never got a chance to jam with me, unfortunately.
That is a tragedy.
But yeah, you know, that would have been great. So where does this leave? So you say it's Mickey Hart's left. Who else?
Bill Kreutzmann.
Kreutzmann. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice German accent there.
And so these guys, are they in Dead & Co.?
Mickey is. I mean, what is the state of Dead & Co.?
Well, that's what I'm here to figure out.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've talked to Dan about this before, and Dan, you don't really care for it. You don't really acknowledge it, even as much of a thing, right?
I mean, I don't
tread lightly here with how you answer this, because there may be people looking to give you a call.
Well, soon. I was going to say there might be some opportunities for all three of us.
Yeah,
now that's a really open playing field. Oh, Johnny, jump in. The water's
I need like a conga guy or something. I could do that. Yeah.
Yep. The revolving door is spinning. But no, I've seen him a couple times at Dodger Stadium. I saw him both times they were there. So. But, you know, I don't know. It's not where else did I see him? Well, you know what I did see was that the GD50 was that, if we want to spin it on that GD50 at Soldier Field in Chicago, that was epic.
I was there all 3 nights.
Me too.
We didn't even know each other yet, but we were already connected.
We probably hung out and didn't know it.
GD50.
Those were magical nights.
Tell us. Some of us here don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay, this is, in my opinion, set the scene for the modern Grateful Dead explosion.
It was a big moment.
The wave has been maybe even building since then, and time will tell if Weir's death means the wave is about to crest, break, and roll back, or if things will just continue to flourish.
Interesting.
You know, but this GD50 2015 50th anniversary of the Grateful Dead, I often say it was the first of many final Grateful Dead performances that I have witnessed. Mm-hmm. It was the last time that what they were then calling the Core Four all played together. So Phil, Bobby, Mickey Hart, and Bill Kreutzmann. And they were like, this is it. We're done. But in point of fact, it really just birthed Dead & Co. So Dead & Co. was just a kind of a gleam in John Mayer's eye at this point.
Right.
Mayer was there.
Mayer was there on stage.
He was calculating. He was not on stage.
Oh, not on stage.
He was in the friends and family section, kind of behind the soundboard, plotting.
Because because Jonathan told me too. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if I mentioned this, that he went out and saw, I don't know if it was that, but another similar type show around the same time, and he said Mayer came backstage and was kind of prowling around. Mm-hmm. So it seems like
I think that was it. I was there with Jonathan.
Oh, you were there with Jonathan. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's where he prowled.
So he kind of had his
I think Mayer, I'm going to give Mayer the benefit of the doubt, like now the modern Mayer.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to, I don't think I'm getting the Dead & Co. call, so I'm just going to go all out.
Right.
Saw them a couple times. I was never that interested. I didn't think they were very good. The tempos were painfully slow, which is probably because Bobby liked him that way. And that's whatever, you know, he's earned it, you know, he's a legend. I have nothing but respect for him, you know, but that's just a point of fact. He would want me to speak my opinion, I think.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Mayer came to the Dead late. He heard Althea.
Yeah, that's kind of his signature. That's his signature one he does, right?
He loves Althea.
Uh-huh.
He heard Althea, he's like, I got it. And so what was happening, just to take your listeners back who maybe don't know, back to 2015 again.
Sure. Yeah, no, I wanted to go back there, yeah.
The Dead are kind of having this resurgence. There's all these, you know, nothing had reached the heights that Dead & Co. reached, but like, you know, always playing, like, many different projects and spools and threads of Dead music being played by living members and not necessarily all together, sometimes rarely. And it starts to come to a kind of fever pitch in 2015, and they throw these big sort of farewell concerts.
Okay.
You know, 2 in San Francisco, the last 3 in Chicago and Soldier Field, which is where Jerry played his last show around the same weekend. And it was a lot of fun. And Trey gets the Jerry.
Yeah, Trey was on guitar.
It's this huge thing for the community where, you know, fish heads and dead heads are kind of seeing one another, and there's always been a sort of quiet, rivalry there.
Yeah, and would that be the first time that Trey played with the Dead?
With them, and certainly the biggest stage.
Right,
Trey played with Phil before and stuff like that. But
all right.
This was kind of monumental, and
this is great. I'm learning a lot.
It was supposed to be this farewell, but in my opinion, kind of kicked off the Dead mania that we're seeing now, and sort of birthed Dead and Company.
Right.
So Mayer's there. He loves Althea. He's probably got dollar signs in his eyes. He and Bobby and then they get the drummers on board. Phil famously is like, "No, I'm out. I'm not doing this. I'm doing my own thing."
Right.
Which, much respect to Phil Lesh, And
why is that? Why didn't he want to keep it going?
Interpersonal stuff probably that I don't know all of, and also he was like, I actually don't want to tour. I want to chill in Marin County at my club and play this music every weekend and not do this.
Would you agree with that, Dan?
He had that the Terrapin Crossroads venue going pretty strong at that point, and he had stuff going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, we could. There's probably other reasons.
So okay. So the stage is set. You guys are there.
We're there. We had a great. I had a great time. Sounds like Dan had a great time.
So Trey does the show. This is what I'm interested in. Surely there must have been conversations about Trey continuing on.
It was but Trey was never going to hitch his wagon to the Dead, and that. I mean, he's based a career on being like, no, I'm not. I've inherited the crowd and the vibe and the scene, but I'm doing my own thing.
Why would he? Fisher also, don't get me wrong, I think they're one of the biggest live bands in terms of sales
in history.
Of all time, right? In terms of merch and ticket sales.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he's got his own thing going. I mean, I think it would water down the significance. It was the fact that Trey was there he was like, I'm doing these, and that's it. I'm rising to this moment,
Interesting.
Yeah. So it was a cool moment,
and also musically not very good. Felt good while we were there.
Oh, I haven't listened.
You shouldn't.
I have a couple iPhone videos of Shakedown Street being really slow. I'm like, wow, that was slow.
Yeah.
What album is Althea on?
Is it on Go to Heaven?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to
It's
Heaven.
later. It's like a later song.
Grateful Dead, Go to Heaven.
90s, 80s, 90s?
No, 80, right?
Late 80s.
Late 80s.
Mid to late 80s. They're wearing, it's the one, you've probably seen this flipping through the stacks, Johnny.
Yeah, I have seen it. It's like
they're
look like angels.
Suits.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's one of the worst covers there
but
ever was.
That recording...
Rock and Roll Heaven's looking a lot like that now.
Yeah.
I'm someone who enjoys the Grateful Dead's recorded catalog, a studio record. I love all their studio records. And that actual Althea, I have said that's the only good version.
It's actually...
It is really good.
I don't know if it's the only good version, but I will stand. I agree. The album version is
so good. It's really stanky. It's kind of got a slow disco groove, and it's just it's so good.
Do you know the song, Johnny?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm slightly embarrassed to say that I discovered it through John Mayer.
Okay, go on.
Because I saw a footage of him playing the song with Dead and Co. And I, being somebody, I can tell a good song even from a cheesy performance of it.
And you were like, this is a good
And I was
song.
like, this sounds like a cool Dead song that I've maybe never heard before. So then I checked it out, and
much if John Mayer was releasing singles with Dead and Co., it would be his single would be Althea.
Yeah, and also he's almost certainly turning on some younger people and new audiences to the Dead's music, which also only benefits you guys, right?
Yourself included.
Yeah. Myself included. It only benefits
Alex,
you.
Are you how deep are you on the recordings? Can you point me to a good Althea?
Oh, can I say this Althea?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a particular one that I draw to, that this Althea is the one, but I'll send you. But I, obviously I listen to a lot of live shows, and I I don't think it's the only good one, but
I was more just gauging your how deep you go in that world.
I have a Little Dead. Yeah, totally.
I was like, you got to listen to the. Yeah.
There are like maybe some tunes that I have that for, but it's not like every song in the catalog. I've got my one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I'll ask this from both of you guys, although me not being a massive, Deadhead, might be a stupid question, like asking me like a favorite Beatles song or something. But do you guys have a number one Dead song and specific performance of all time, both of you? Or is that insane?
I've got eras. I've got eras that I prefer. Yeah. I think that's kind of more it's like, what are you like you're like a one drummer guy? Are you like a,
But there's not one transcendent version of one song that you just think that's the peak. That's the peak.
I really like the, I'm going to skew answer your question. I'm going to because the answer is no. I'm not going to go like one show, one song.
Okay.
But I do love. There's a sound check recording from the big Watkins Glen festival that they played in July of '73, I want to say, and it was like they were just sound checking, but then all these heads were there, and they kind of broke down the gate, and it became kind of a show, and it's sort of a legendary performance, and a legendary recording. And there's a Bird song from that I think that I'm always coming back to that I think is really, really great. That's just when you said that, but it's not like that's not my favorite Dead song. But but like
that's
a
good
answer.
It's a standout.
Are you familiar with that?
To me.
Are you familiar with that one, Dan?
Yeah, there's like a jam from that.
Yeah,
it's like fully improv.
Totally.
It's like you're like, what are they even doing? And it's really good.
Because the pressure was off. They thought they were just sound checking. They're up there, so they're free.
I like the studio version of China Doll. That's my favorite moment.
What else?
You would like it, Johnny. It's Beatlesy.
I'm sure
that's kind of
I'm a big fan.
That's the last time I saw Dan. We were in kind of a role reversal. Because I play, and we didn't even get into we don't even need to get into, your fans know what we do, the listeners know, but I do play Grateful Dead music mostly just locally, like where I live in Marin County. With our band is called the West Marin Grateful Dead Appreciation Society, and it's a bunch of good players who play in other projects, and we play Dead music kind of like as like it's like our poker club or something like that, like we've rarely played outside of the county, but like it's really fun. And we were on a bill together with Cass McCombs. Cass was headlining, but we were playing right after. It was kind of like, now Grateful Dead music jukebox party kind of thing. And Dan was there playing bass with Cass, and I was like, oh shit, Dan Horne's here to size up my Dead band.
Right. You sounded great.
We did pretty good. But
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
But what was I going to say? The China Doll studio, that's kind of Cass. There's like I know Cass is a fan, and the China Doll is like where Cass, the influence comes in for my money. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. It's a cool, weird song. And like the recording has all this, like it has like a Celeste on it or something. And like all this weird stuff. It's,
which album's that one on?
Mars Hotel, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mars Hotel.
You like that one, Dan. I think that's your favorite record because I've heard you many times tell me and others that Scarlet Begonias to you is like the top groove.
Oh,
that groove.
It's so good.
Yeah. It's a very good one. You introduced me to that song too. There you go.
Yeah. Not Sublime.
Not Mayor. Wasn't Mayor.
Or
Sublime doesn't cover that?
I like that version.
How did you?
I didn't know
maybe it didn't reach the west coast of Canada. I'm amazed you grew up when you did on the west coast of this continent, not hearing the Sublime.
I know. I don't know that one. I know their hits. I know the hits.
Kind of a reggae.
Oh,
ska,
for sure.
But
it's kind of not that structural a groove. The Dead version, though. Like, I could see them almost making it less cool if they're making it straight up ska, like with that tight upstroke thing or something.
Yeah, you pretty much got it.
Yeah.
But the Dead version is hot. It's just
slinky.
Like,
the dead
so
version.
much energy.
It's almost a Mario Brothers theme song.
Definitely. This is a revelation for me. It's the same scale, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a Mixolydian Mario Brothers kind of vibe.
It is, yeah. Good. I mean, that stuff's cool, you know? That Mario
so
Brothers
just to
stuff.
keep bringing your listeners back to this chronology, you know, so I think, I was just going to pose a theory.
Okay.
Basically, it's 2015. I think Mayer comes in curious, interested, generally open-hearted, but also with dollar signs in his eyes, seeing a big opportunity, a zeitgeist reforming.
Yeah.
And probably Bob too, you know, and they get together and they form Dead & Company, and of course we know what happens. But then I think, and I don't know John Mayer, I've never encountered him or met him before. Maybe you guys have. This is all armchair.
No.
You know,
I've yet to meet him.
I got some good Mayer stories.
I want to hear him. I have friends. I have some mutual friends, but I've never met him.
Yeah, likewise. I've heard some sleazy stories about him, to be honest.
Well, I don't like the David Duke Dick content, which is on the record.
Yeah, around that time.
It took me a long time. I was like, John Mayer is Jerry Garcia, Donald Trump is president. It's kind of like the Back to the Future Biff world. Like it was part of a dystopian timeline that we were all moving into right around 2016. And it appears to me that Mayer has been like converted by the music. Like now he really loves it.
Yeah.
I think that I think he's like really like, whether you like his interpretation or not, he's become like a true devotee.
I heard from a reliable source that he said he's never done acid.
I mean,
that's kind of a faux pas, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, right? Yeah. I mean, Captain Trips, you know?
You'd think he would have been, he kind of plays the music like he's never done acid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Imagine if he did it and then it was just straight up Jerry. And you guys are like, he's Jerry, he's doing it better or something.
Right, because he's done all the work and he just needed the acid.
He just needed to unlock that like fifth gear. You know?
I think we're going to find out. I mean, maybe we should make like Dose Johnny stickers.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that he played as long as he did, because all the old heads from the old scene, they kind of circulate around Dead & Company. Like those guys are all there, like Steve Parrish and all the, you know, whatever. And I'm surprised nobody ever dosed him. Like shocked.
Yeah, come on.
Actually.
That was normal behavior back in the day, apparently.
Yeah. You guys still taking acid on a regular basis, or how's that?
Not regularly, but I will take it again. I mean,
yeah.
Undoubtedly, you know.
Yeah. Have you guys ever, not to get into like that kind of thing, but have you taken it? Have you taken a psychedelic drug and played Grateful Dead music live on stage before, Dan?
I mean, I think the fans would be disappointed if I said no.
Yeah.
That wasn't a direct answer though.
It's only because I'm
I saw a video of Bob and Jerry doing an interview. Did you see that one that's going around of Bob being like, I've never once been stoned on stage before.
Oh yeah.
And Jerry does like a like, really? He kind of lets him get away with it, but it's like, is that right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've done it, but not like, I wouldn't say I've ever been like heavily dosed in front of an audience playing it, but I've definitely had the compound in my body.
Yeah, we're responsible. Sure. We're responsible professionals. We can't.
Well, we had a show where you know, one time, like we used to like put a couple drops in a big jar of water and like shake it up and sort of pass it around, just so it's like, it's almost homeopathic, you know?
Yeah.
But then like somebody drank a little too much of the water, or the oil sat too far on top. I could just tell, like the guitar player, I was like, you're just like, you're blowing it, man.
They probably didn't do that much, like obviously in the 60s, but then I would imagine maybe even they didn't really do it too much later on, right?
They did, though. They would have these moments where they were like, we're doing too much coke, we gotta, this is like a famous story.
Right.
They're like, we gotta reset, the music is suffering, everybody flush your coke for the rest of the tour and like dose tonight. Wow. You know, they still, it was like their religion. They turned to it in moments of need, you know? Yeah. And I think it would like happen like somebody like probably not as much in the 80s when shit was darker and more professional and in stadiums and stuff like that. But then like somebody would be like, I put it in the punt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And they'd be like, oh God. Like they were such veterans of it. They're like, okay, we're going to have to go.
It takes practice, you know?
Yeah.
You have to stay in shape. But.
So, should we could keep talking about this, but also I think, Bleeker, you were saying that we should rank Bob Weir at some point.
I want to get to that, but I want to pose this question.
Yeah.
What do we all collectively think? Because I have ideas. Like, what do we think is going to happen to... I mean, literally, like, the name of the band, it's corporate, like Dead and Co. You know, it's right there. Yeah. It's like Dead, Grateful Dead LLC. You know, And I kind of question a lot of people are asking is like, because I do know just from like industry back channel stuff that Mayer has ownership stake in the name and the properties in the band, and
they say he has 51% or something.
Yeah, so he owns it. So
really,
yeah. So Dead and Co. As it stands, without any members of the Grateful Dead, potentially, could and probably will continue to exist. Do we think that it will? I suspect that it will. I'll just throw it
I was very much like, I was basically saying this is all, I am like a conspiracy theorist. I'm like, this is all a plan to basically take the name and turn it into a revolving door of people that we don't, you know, it doesn't even, and going to matter that much who's in it, and it's going to be just a thing where they can keep selling the Sphere and the, you know, tours.
I mean,
and stuff.
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, and I think like to be like, there's like two spins on that. One is the like, and I think the weird thing about the Dead is like it's both, and it's always been both. Like one is like the music never stopped, keep it going forever. Bobby said it should go on for 300 years. It's like Mozart, it's like the Beatles. People, it's a catalog. And it is all those things, right? And it's amazing. Like they created a book, like you know, a songbook that anyone can tap into. And why shouldn't John Mayer and whoever else he wants keep doing that? And it lives on, and how amazing.
Yeah.
But then the flip side of that is like, it's a little icky. Yeah.
Well, it's like, weird, and also, you know? Is it necessary? Like you look at, you know, all of these bands, small grassroots dead bands, there's so many of them, and it's keeping it alive in such an organic way that's so cool, and it's community based, and like there's all these, every town in America has their like couple bands that play at the bars, and you know, you get to know everyone, and it's a really cool scene. Do we need like the big corporate version of that? You know,
I think we're going to get it whether we need it or not.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of miraculous. I don't know. I think it's miraculously really bad timing for the Dead and Company, for Bob to have passed away at this time, because it's shocking, and it's like, it's really sad and sudden. And it's not like there's not like a passing of the torch that I think maybe was part of the plan. Like there's no passing of the torch now. So now it's just like, oh, what do we do? Everything to me is going to feel wrong.
But who is the torch going to get passed?
This is the conversation I really wanted to have. Like,
Luke,
yeah,
who fills, and it's going to be a Mayer chosen person, right?
Luke was saying that Sammy Hagar is the natural choice.
Oh, he's the top choice, obviously.
Oh, because he's buddies with Bobby from No Valley?
Rhythm guitarist.
Great guitar
voice.
player.
Yeah, he can sing.
Sammy Hagar. See, I was thinking it would be more of like a Mayer contemporary.
Yeah,
you know, like Dave Matthews would be an extraordinary choice.
Oh my!
I don't think he would do it, but like that would do it. It would go off, you know. Like, but like I think Mayer's maybe a little too competitive with Dave. He would kind of came up in Dave's image, but like you know, I was like literally thinking like if they needed a new drummer, it could be like Chad Smith. You know what I mean? Because like Mayer loves the Dead, but he's still in this like A-lister, like you know, like Rick Beato kind of universe of like who's he gonna pull in? And it's a big like if Timothy Chalamet could play Dead songs and sing, like that's who Mayer would want. Like Mayer's very online. He's very like, you know,
maybe it'll be Chalamet.
Yeah. I mean, it could. I mean, Chalamet actually can play. What am I talking about?
Jonah Hill was supposed to play Jerry in the movie, right?
But Mayer is Jerry.
But Mayer's Jerry.
So we need a Bobby.
who plays Bob in the movie.
Well, no, there's talk of Mayer switching over to Bobby.
Right.
And then getting like another, like a lead guy.
I don't know.
Honestly, we should bring up, your man Austin McCutcheon.
He's the top guy.
Well, that's what we're driving at.
I mean, McCutcheon, it's interesting because I've known you guys and the Shred for now going on about a decade, and Austin's always kind of been the Bobby guy, right? Like, is that...
But he sings... He kind of operates, I think, the same way that I do in my band, is that he plays rhythm.
Yeah.
But he'll sing both Bobby and Jerry. Because there's some Dead bands that are, like, dogmatic.
Only more recently, though, right? Because, like, when Sam and Clay were in the band, they handled more the Jerry, right?
Yeah. It was... But it wasn't deliberate. It was kind of how the chips fell. More as like Alex is saying, or a lot of the bands where it's really obvious. The roles are defined by how the Grateful Dead did it, but we never did that.
Right.
Which I think is cool. Like, a lot of times, I mean, one of the things that we'll even split up songs, you'll do we'll do one verse, with one of our singers. And I think the cool thing about that, and basically is that it kind of takes the ego out of it, which is really cool for me to be in a band like that.
Yeah.
It's like there's no lead singer, there's no one ego that's like everyone else is getting behind. It just it's a force of its own,
Well, and you guys can just agree, you guys can be like, yeah, we're playing amazing songs.
Yeah.
We're like tapping into this book that is, it's almost like you're an orchestra that's like, yeah, we're going to play Stravinsky tonight. You know what I mean? Like, what is the difference, really? It's like, this is music to be played.
Right.
Good players,
And it's a cool vessel to explore, and do kind of whatever you want. And it's cool. It's all, I compare it to like playing jazz standards or something, like, that's kind of like what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is like, it's just a framework, to start. But anyway,
cool if you guys should do like a Dylan and the Shred. Sorry, I'm just riffing now. Have you ever thought about that?
Dylan, it would be fun. That'd be more up my alley.
So you get Johnny in there, you're Dylan.
Okay.
Dylan, I also wouldn't
Johnny
mind
and the Shred.
Personally, like going more down the Coral Reefer Band route, kind of for me, because I've heard that Jimmy Buffett, there's definitely some crossover here, right? What is the deal? Because there's you got the Coral Reefer Band, Buffett, the Dead, like the shows, the merch, the loyal fan base. There's definitely a mutual respect, and I believe they were all friends. Like, I think Jimmy and Bobby were pretty tight. I
recently saw a video of a recording of, I think it was 95, like right after Jerry died. Jimmy Buffett did Uncle John's band with like steel drums and stuff, and it's fucking incredible. Unbelievable.
And I've heard that since Buffett's death, the Coral Reefer Band is going on. That they're like, Jimmy told us, let it continue to live.
It alive.
Keep it going with whoever wants to do it. So this is kind of a thing. Yeah, this is Hagar also
would be good for that.
He also worried. I mean, he owns the place in Senor Frogs, right? Down in Cancun.
Cabo Wabo.
Cabo, yeah.
Cabo Wabo.
Yeah, Cabo Wabo.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Why did I say Senor Frogs?
I feel like that Senor Frogs is like a spring break, like disgusting, club.
Cabo Wabo is a classy establishment,
right?
I think Dead and Co is going to go on, and I think it's going to be like a younger A-list contemporary of Mayer's in the Bobby slot, and I have no idea because the Dead community will be like, make it McCutcheon, make it Scott Metzger, make it the guy from DSO who does like the best Bobby impression.
Yeah,
imagine he stands like him and
he
stuff.
Wears the shorts. He is Bob Weir, but I don't think Mayer's looking for the impersonator. So I think it's going to be someone kind of funny like Sammy Hagar, but I think they're going to be a little younger. That's my I don't know.
But try to just imagine like Dave Matthews and John Mayer as Dead and Company. Like, just think of that.
They would have lost me right there if they.
It's so easy to imagine. I'm not saying that I'm into it.
He's right. It'd be huge. It would be huge, probably.
So
but I would hate
it. I guess so. I don't know.
And then you got two guys singing like they have marbles in their mouth. You know,
they both have that weird voice, weird heady, like the weird singing.
I think Mayer did it.
What do you say?
I think Mayer made himself vocally. Mayer is Dave Matthews on vocals.
I never thought of that.
And Stevie Ray on guitar.
For sure. Never thought that Mayer kind of does that Dave Matthews vocal style. Yeah.
I think Dave...
Which is just one of the worst things. It's one of the worst types of singing. I kind of used to
agree with you completely, and then listening to John Martin made me think that Dave Matthews was cool or something.
John Martin sings a bit like that too, you're right. You really trace this lineage, man.
I've been thinking about it for a while.
Yeah. Dan, can we do that? Dylan and the Dead do a show? That'd be sick, man.
It's a good idea.
I'm down. Yeah. I know all the Dylan tunes. Maybe we could start in Victoria next week when you come.
Yep, we'll be there.
Which Dylan? Which
Shred is playing on the island?
Yeah, which I hate to say, cool. Bleeker. I hate to say, really man.
Cool.
It's like bring tape. You know, when Tapers comes over here and does these guys are making a stop on their tour to come to Victoria and play, dude.
We're not international yet. I'll give you that, but I'd love to.
It's difficult to get over to Canada, but. Man, it's so worth it. Our last show in Toronto was one of the wildest shows we've had in a long time. And also every time we played in Vancouver, man, it's a fun.
Why is it so hard to get over here?
Well, money, the taxes,
I see,
exchange rate, and then all the visas.
Yeah.
So it's
you don't need visas to come play, do you?
You got to get the promoter to make it cool.
It's a lot easier than going down there, though.
Oh, way easier.
Yeah.
Forget, you don't want to come here. It's a nightmare here.
Yeah. You know, you got to pay for all the travel stuff, and it's more expensive than it should be.
You got to lie to the guy at the border about the merch. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm totally kidding.
It's samples. It's free samples.
Promotional materials.
Last time they didn't. They didn't look. Mm-hmm. They don't always check. Last time they didn't check.
Promotional materials is a code word because they know you don't mean it, and you know, but they're like, you have promotional materials, right? No paperwork, right? And they're like.
Maybe they've changed a little bit because last time we went to Toronto, it was expensive, but very little hassle. So now they're like, well, let's just charge everyone and not really worry about the... But other times I've gone over that border, man, it's been intense.
Yeah.
When we went to Victoria last time on the ferry, we got we were in Victoria at the ferry.
Oh, you took the coho or something?
Full search.
Yeah.
The whole
BC
tour
ferries,
bus.
Man.
No, it wasn't BC Ferries because no border there. It must have been the coho from Port Angeles, maybe.
That sounds right. Man, it's a beautiful ride, though.
That's
cool.
a good one.
Of course, I'm married in, and a property owner.
There you go. Yeah,
you're part Canadian.
So, my wife is full on
nice.
Canadian. Yeah,
she's from Vancouver.
Yeah,
cool.
What Dylan songs do the Dead do?
Oh, it's like "Serve Somebody" is the big one.
That's a big. Oh, that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
We could do that one.
You should pull that up after the.
We should do that in Victoria.
James could dial it in.
The last time they played, I went up and did "Touch of Grey," Bleeker.
That's
yeah.
That's a tough one.
I think if you went up, "Serve Somebody's" easy.
That'd be fun. I know all the words.
It's like two chords. You already know the words. People would freak out. They'd be like, Victoria's, the island zone, Johnny Cain.
Yeah. Well, I saw a video of them doing stuck inside of Memphis, Mobile with the Memphis Blues again.
With Dylan or just them?
No, just them. Just them.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering.
That's what I'm wondering. Which Dylan tunes did they cover?
There's a lot in the lexicon. Positively, 4th Street Jerry used to do all narco, super heroin versions.
Yeah.
But Bobby would sing. I mean, it's Dylan, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I paint my masterpiece.
Yeah, that's nice. Totally Dylan. Yeah.
There's a ton.
That'd be a fun show to do that.
Tom Thumb's Blues, Phil.
One of my faves.
Classic Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they did what's that really long one they do off I'm spacing on the name.
I think they did Desolation Row.
That's
right?
what
Desolation Row is on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a bunch. But
they loved him. And he loved them.
Yeah.
He loved them.
Apparently he wanted to join the band, right?
Well, they did a couple tours.
But
right?
I heard something like he just wanted to be in the band.
He wrote about playing with them in Chronicle and how it like saved him.
Yeah.
Because that's his whole thing. His approach of like it's a comparable approach. He never wants to do anything the same way twice.
Yeah.
That was their whole vibe, you know.
The same way once.
Right.
Never do the same thing once.
Is
That's
the
a
whole
Phil quote.
Is the whole band coming, Dan?
Yeah.
But like sometimes it's different. Like Michaela too.
Michaela will be there, John.
Yeah.
And then
last time it was a bit stripped down, I feel like maybe. Maybe you had two drummers.
Yeah. Zeph was there.
Yeah.
But no, it's 7 of us. So, yeah.
Nice.
And we go all the way up the coast, like through like Arcata and Bellingham, and then we go to Seattle and Portland after Vancouver. So
right.
I got an off the record. I don't even know if you know about this, Dan, and we won't go too far into it because it might not happen. I don't even know. It's early days, but something about talking about Taper's Choice doing something with you guys in LA this summer.
Oh, that's cool because it was an idea.
Yeah.
And when we throw those ideas out to the people, to the manager and agent, they don't. I never know if it actually goes anywhere.
I got a text from my manager saying, "How do we feel about this?" And I said, "Just so you know, sounds cool."
That's awesome.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys willing to kind of say what it is?
No way, man. Because what if it doesn't happen? You know,
Right.
For forces that have nothing to do with us. You know,
Hype it up, man.
Yeah.
That would be lame. If it's gonna happen, we'll
building.
come back on to break it on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This sounds fun.
Oh, maybe that's why. Is that how I knew you were playing? At
Maybe
the
they were like, "Oh, they're doing this lodge
Yes.
room thing, so we'd have to work that out." Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's coming up though, right? When's that?
Well, we're playing with, because Tapers is really digging, you know, I'd say Shred is a dead band, Taper's Choice is a jam band, and we dipping our toe into all the weird modern jam stuff. So we're going on tour with a band called Eggy. You know those guys, Dan?
Yep.
They're like young for
I'm
jam.
gonna see them this week because I'm going to Cancun tomorrow.
Oh, for the Jacket Fest.
No, it's Panic.
Panic Fest.
Yes.
You're playing Panic Fest. Is this with Circles, Dan?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
See, I wish I was going to Mexico, man. I'm just trying to be where you are.
That's pretty fun. Have you done those any of those?
I'm about to do Jam Cruise.
That's the pinnacle.
Down and dirty. Jam jail, as some like to call it.
Yeah.
You're doing a jam cruise?
Yeah, Tapers is playing on Jam Cruise.
That's cool.
What? That sounds
locked at sea with a bunch of wookish jammers.
A lot of just people. Yeah.
I'm not getting in the pool. I'll tell you that much. But.
So where do you go on the boat?
I think we're going to like Grand Turk and like maybe Jamaica. You launch in Miami.
So how do people get around with all their drugs that they have on them for something?
International waters, baby.
Right.
All good.
It's not super strict. You just get the drugs on.
Yeah.
Some of the other festivals.
Then you get to Jamaica and you just pick up some more.
You're good.
Yeah.
Jamaica. We did Jamaica 2 years ago with Dark Stars thing there. Man, that was the most fun of all those things I've ever done.
You're living the life I want to live, Dan. You're getting all the calls to go to all the I'm hot on your heels though. I know. I'm getting on the cruise.
It's funny though.
That was the first one I did, was the Jam Cruise.
So
it's an indoctrination. You have to survive it.
Your base lineage.
You'll find figure out if you're cut out for it. Yeah. You can pass that test.
I mean, you guys, you tour a lot. And it doesn't weigh. Yeah.
I got to tell you this funny story. We were doing the Jam Cruise, and you stop like a couple times, but it's kind of in these fake towns.
Of course,
where you're not really allowed to leave. Yeah,
get your hair braided.
But we're like, we're finally off the boat, and the boat's insane because they're just like every little corner of every lobby has some jam going on, with like a sax player and someone on a cajon, and and you're like, what the hell? That's what it's. And so we're off, and we're chilling on the beach at this little restaurant, and no one else is there. And then all of a sudden, the director, Annabelle, who you might know,
I met her,
comes running by, and she goes, "We need a keyboard player for a jam in the room 106 in 25 minutes. Can anybody do it?" And ever since then, we're calling the jambulance. Like, if you don't have the right. She was calling the jambulance.
Did you guys oblige?
Jamming.
Did McDougal or whoever was there step in?
We were like, oh no, she didn't see us. But that's the vibe. It's fun though. It's fun, but it's intense.
Well, yeah, it sounds like fun. I'm trying to. I should probably start getting into it really, but up here where I live, there's not as many opportunities. It's
true. It's a uniquely American phenomenon.
In California, especially, if you're in California, you just it's, go anywhere you like, and you could play a show.
I think like Connecticut is the heart.
Modern Northeast is where it's at right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe birthed in California, but you got your Eggies, your Goose, your all these other kind of like boarding school Connecticut kids who
Goose, not geese. Goose is different.
Totally different, man. This is an age-old conversation.
Goose.
This is the dichotomy right here: geese and goose.
Goose is more jam. Geese isn't jam.
Geese is hot.
Yeah, geese is the one. They're hot.
Geese is cool.
Yeah.
Goose is probably gonna make more money at the end of the day.
I don't know, man.
In the long haul,
Geese
is poised. They're going, but he's got the pressure. He's got to deliver on the next record and the one after that and the one after that.
And he seems a little vulnerable.
They don't have to deliver at all. They're good.
No. I hope he can handle it too. He does. He's got a little bit of kind of Cobain energy.
He's cool. He can
handle it.
I think he's got it. I think he's cool.
Can
I tell a story? Is that I met him once because before they were like even a hundredth as popular or hot as they are now. They were like a small kind of buzzy band in New York, and at Taper's first New York show, we brought him out on stage and he sang a tune with us because we were just doing a geese gag. Cause like Goose was like the really new big jam thing. And we're like, we got the guy from Geese. And it was just like, it was a joke.
Oh, it was a gag.
Yeah, we gag.
You guys got it mixed up.
Like we were just like, this is funny. We got the Geese.
It's funny. You pretend like you think it's Goose, but it's Geese. Yeah.
But there's, there's tape. So now there's a recording of Cameron Winter being backed up by the Choice.
Sick.
Kind of a Dylan in the Dead kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think we've got to wrap it up here. We didn't get to rank Bobby, but the truth is that it would have been a ceremonial ranking, and he probably would have got a lot of 10s, and we'll just give him 10s across the board. And
can we just do sex appeal? I think he would have gotten a lot. That's
supposedly he was catnip for the ladies. Back in the day.
The shorts and everything.
Yeah. But, I could just do quick. Hangability, obviously very high. Technical, probably not that high.
Well, that's just like, we'll just do 20 seconds on this right here. I think that in all of the eulogies and stuff, that narrative is changing and is accurately changing. Because the dude, I think there was a little bit of, for people who didn't know the Dead or really listen to the music, like Bobby just was this rhythm guitar player, freewheeling hippie who got a free ride, with like these, but nobody on planet Earth. We'll eulogize him a little bit.
Mayer already did that.
He played guitar like all these inversions. Insane. He's an insane guitar player.
A good example is back to album versions. Listen to Friend of the Devil. There's two guitars going on. I can't tell who's doing what, but it's insane counterpoint.
Mm-hmm. And he could have easily just done like campfire rhythm stuff.
Yeah, no one's
they say
denying
he had
that.
really big hands. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
He could go like really wide.
Yeah.
Nobody's denying any of
chord
this.
inversions.
There's a saying that he's a great guitar player is not saying that he necessarily has a high technical score. Like it's like even the Friend of the Devil thing. Counterpoint, great rhythm is like, you can do that without being like a.
But he's like a jazz player because he never puts the one on the bottom, like categorically, which is like really weird and tough, hard, difficult for guitar. Yeah.
Well, he's great. He's great. We love him. I'm learning more and more about the Dead every time I hang out and talk with you guys. So thanks again for coming on. Go and see Taper's Choice at the Lodge Room if you're in LA.
Opening for Eggy
on tour. The whole tour.
We're doing an Eggy tour.
We're doing a tour. So there you go.
Connecticut.
Shredder heading out very soon too. Go out, buy a T-shirt. Make sure it's not less expensive than the opening band's T-shirts. Or do you have an opening band?
Opening band. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
If we're plugging tours, Taper's Choice is going on East Coast tour and at the end of the month.
Okay,
it's like
there you go.
We're touring down to Jam Cruise.
Yeah.
Get your tickets for Jam Cruise.
Get your cabin.
Head down to Cancun this weekend. You can check out Dan Horne there too. So.
Tropical.
Yeah.
Sorry about the Niners, guys.
Tragic.
Up here, pretty happy about the Seahawks around where I live, but
they should.
I like both teams.
Seems like the Bears are really on a hot.
They lost to the Rams.
They lost
last night.
They lost
to the Rams.
That was really sad.
Oh, but I thought he had like a crazy last second touchdown.
And then they didn't
get him over the line.
2-point conversion.
Bam.
Yeah.
Come on.
Shows how much of a jock I am. I don't even know what's going on.
We're pretty jockey musicians for musicians.
Yeah, we are. Well, thanks for doing this, guys. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you soon. Love you both.
See you in Victoria.
Bye.
Right. See you soon.
Right, bye.
Bye.